Okay, this is just a random behind-the-scenes setup of Outside the Box TV. As you can see, we're setting up the table here. Please excuse the audio that's coming from the computer. But yeah, I just thought I would show part of the setup as we get the lights set up and get ready to start recording here in about an hour and a half. One of the good things about cable access is having access to lavalier mics like this. Which aren't exactly cheap. These connect to an XLR, which we have patched into a box here, which we have in number 1, actually, and moved down to number 2. Everything has its place. There's a little clip, and that is done. The main thing is the lights. It's been a while since I used the prop mic. This is a Heil microphone. I used it when I started the show in 2005. Around 2008, I moved to a black mic, and I've turned it out to the box, just using a lavalier. But it adds a little something to the desk. It's also good for keeping this lavalier on the table. Try to keep things neat. Not too many cords going in different directions. Now, if I had my webcam, I would show you what. Oh, James, we're on mic 2. Hey, that looks pretty good. We might go for a slightly tighter shot. We've got this in the back.
Oh, yeah, I haven't set anything up at all. These cameras are not even good.
Right.
Well, let's not. Oh.
One thing I still got to do today is shave. Last night I parked in St. John's. Not a bad spot, St. John's. St. John's is not as gentrified as other parts of Portland, I found.
Oh, really?
I mean, it's got a little bit of it. It's got some cool stuff. But there's a little more diversity in the neighborhood, and it's got kind of a creepy vibe because of the history of St. John's. There's a famous story about the Indian tribe being wiped out. They used to live in St. John's.
Oh, really?
But there's a lot of creative types up there. There's a small, tiny home community. It's like a gated community. And so it's right along the Willamette. I'm not sure about the air pollution, but the air seems a little cleaner, the jet stream at that part of Portland. Definitely in stark contrast to the area around Northwest 23rd.
Right.
Because you have the 405 there.
Yeah, you would definitely have.
That's where I'm trying to get office space in that area so I can cut my driving down. But unfortunately, Active Space said no, because I don't have enough bills to prove that I have a residence, like utility bill.
Oh, really?
Yeah, even though I have my insurance, license, and registration all going to the same North Portland address that I use for mailing only. So it just means it's not meant to be. See, I don't know if I'm going to wear this shirt or not. It's kind of wrinkly. I slept in it.
So what do you like? How do you do? Let me do the color balance. The light level you like?
The light. Oh, yeah. We have more lights on one side than the other, so we'll see if we need this light. So
it's good to have a little off balance.
For those watching, we used to have bigger lights back in the past, and upon returning to Portland this year, we have these. I'm not sure what you call these lights, but these are higher end LED.
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is the new technology of lighting. I think some of these can be gotten bought as cheap as a few hundred to a few thousand, depending on the brand. Just like
sometimes it's good, rather than having overall lighting, it's good to have a little imbalance, like lighter on one side than the other, because it gives you more of a texture.
It looks fairly balanced. The color is off, but
oh yeah, we haven't done the color at all.
Okay.
I just want to. We'll start at one thing. It's just the level, and then now we'll do.
Oh, the white balance.
The white balance.
Okay, I'm going to scan that. All right, show you what I'm working on now. For some reason, this laptop's telling me the condition of this battery is no good and needs to be replaced soon, so hopefully it won't die on me.
You have an AC power?
Yeah, it's plugged in, but it's had a good 4 years. Okay, so we have 2 monitors now. PCM used to have just 2.
Yeah.
This is what we use for the graphics.
Right.
This plays the videos. So when the videos are being played, they're coming off of this. We have computers networked here, so on the other computer in the lobby, I pull down the videos that I'm going to play, and instead of moving on a flash drive, I put it on the network, and then I pull down from the network right here. So maybe we'll go over sound and switching in just a little bit, but the first thing I'm going to do is update. Okay, I'm going to have to focus on this. The other thing that gets kind of interesting is there's 2 keyboards and 2 mouses. Wait a minute, 3 mouses. So anyone with 3 arms, tell you what, you have a future at Portland Cable Access. Changing the date here. It's already the 1st of March. Just like that. If I had more time and more volunteers, I'd have lower thirds. But we're not going to be like a separate title for each video, which sometimes you see on the screen, for example, like that. Good graphics people are hard to find, and I've been pretty lucky. Changing the dates on the credit. Contact information, email. Although nearly all the people that are commenting and watching my content are outside of Portland and Oregon. And some people wonder why that is. Yeah, I don't buy into this lie that Portland's a super progressive, enlightened town. And I talk about local corruption and apathy issues. People rather hear that, it's just the New World Order. And that is the reason why. The other thing is talking about being home free on the air turns some people off because of the connotation associated with that. So basically, they don't see the information as credible. What's this homeless person talking about? Hey, get a job, you bum. So there's always going to be that too. And looking for the public, here we go. So we've got a database. We've got all these different names. There's Alex Hansery, and this is just my hard drive on here is just an anarchy of information.
Well, we got it. We have to Kind of. We'll see how it. We'll see where we get with it. But you need to have the talent out there first before you can
And this room used to be analog, so as you can see, this is the digital setup. So there's a lot more that can be done with this facility, but what you see me do is what I can do with a few people. But people do have to be certified and volunteer here. But if I can use this studio on a daily basis, I would. It's just, there's other people that use it, and there's some interesting shows, we'll just say that much. Mostly religious that are produced out of this room. But there's not as many counterculture programs.
Anyways,
So anyone can Google cable access and find out where the funding for this comes from. There's reasons I don't get paid doing this, but also reasons I don't have to pay to use the equipment. Cable access TV started in the mid-'70s. It's a dying medium. It lives on cable TV only, and you won't find it on dish. Because cable companies have a monopoly, there's an agreement made with local governments and, Time Warner, Comcast, that because they have a monopoly, a couple channels need to be designated to local programming that's made available for the community. But they've gotten rid of cable access in a lot of cities. And cable access has been infiltrated at the top in a lot of these organizations. So I'm going to sit this down for a little bit.
So are you ready? You can sit down and we'll do the thing.
I've got a... No, the video's still going. You don't have to be on camera if you don't want to, but yes, I'm actually showing people right now I'm showing people what's involved here and setting this up, and that there's great potential for rooms like this. Just sometimes the issue is access to equipment.
Sit down.
And of course, volunteers. But this is a great spot, and like I told people, this video is kind of document that more.
Okay.
This is why I came back to Portland. This is why I stay in Portland. It's why things that I bitch about. It's the value of rooms like this. And I've done some traveling, as you know, James. You don't have studios like this in Colorado. Seattle Access TV almost died.
You're recording right now, aren't you?
Oh, yeah.
Oh, see,
everything's under surveillance all the time.
It seemed like you were on camera, and I'm like, why is he talking to me as if he's on camera?
Right.
And then I realized, oh, he is on camera. Huh.
Just another day working with Alex Ansary.
Yeah, it's kind of like...
You never know what you're going to get. But yeah, people say I need to, bring some humor into it. So, there's a time and a place, and this is that time and a place. As we get ready to cover some important information. So OTBTV is really going to have a Portland focus, with maybe the last half hour being other news. And it works well for this format and the channel surfing audience. But the interviews, that's going to be on AmericanFreedomRadio.com. That's going to be on the YouTube channel. So the people that are on the web that really appreciate some of the deeper perspectives, they're going to have access to it. Whereas here, people really, it's like spoon-feeding basic points, stories, facts, and connecting the dots. And I don't always have to connect the dots just by, reporting on a couple of different things in the same show, strategically putting one news story before the other and after the other. The dots pretty much connect themselves. Okay. My goal is to get more consistent, high-quality lighting. It's not always easy to do, but I think I need to recenter my chair.
minus the fact that it's really bright on the screen.
Yeah, if you see that this light is out or not on, but you have more lights on this side.
Yeah.
So
what we're trying to do, I'd like to have a little bit more of a scope
right.
work. It's up to you, but when you have it too flat overall, it doesn't create...
So it's kind of a style of lighting. Okay.
Yeah.
So it looks like camera 3 looks great. Yeah, it definitely needs, it's just on the gray end. It's better than looking like a green goblin.
Okay, so
but it's definitely
this is what they call white balance. So
right.
what we can do is, if you think you need to have a little light on that side, I can still do it without adjusting to
I
white
think
balance.
it's more or less the lighting in there, or the light adjustment, color adjustment.
We'll
I think
just
the
see.
black level is fine, but you
We'll
just
I'll give you just a little bit.
okay.
How about just right that much, just a little bit. How about that?
Yeah, and then from there, so the lighting's done, and now we go to the red level.
Okay.
Yeah. There's a red level, green level. There's a option there to adjust all three. Yeah, I think the lighting is fine. It's really just a color issue. I gotta get some water.
Okay.
I didn't see the color change though. I think you're doing the black level.
No, I was doing slightly. Well, we'll try it again.
Okay. Okay, now you're on.
You like that?
It's better.
Okay. I don't want to do it too much more because we don't want to.
Okay.
Okay. I think we're good there. I think we're set.
All right. I will be back.
So you were here to what?
I like it. PCM's got a lot of good computers. So I might be doing some things here on my off days if I am in Portland another year. Of course, it's going to be busy doing a daily radio show. Looks pretty good. Show us something with a switcher.
Oh,
How you doing?
where's the
send up the framing for
where's the switcher?
Who is the switcher?
Yeah, is there a switcher in here somewhere? Well, I think this is the switcher.
Mm-hmm.
But what do you mean? Just
Well, we'll get
push a button?
how's the
There's
framing?
too many buttons on it.
How's the framing for today's video?
Yeah, let's do that.
Um,
Let's do something we actually need to do for the show.
Okay, so how do you want this screen?
Well,
We still got to move over the intro, so let's go into that folder here, 215, and drag and drop. Yeah, or copy. Maybe just right-click copy.
And where are we taking it to? 315?
And then drop it in there. And then it should, because I numbered it, it'll be in order. It should be in order.
Okay, so we go into that. Okay, now we're going to be on here. Two,
And our audio.
there should be playback here. We should be hearing it. Let's see how I got it master.
It's on some setting, maybe.
No, we're getting audio. It's showing audio here. Oh, here we go. Monitor. No, we're getting a signal. Oh, Emily's here. Yay! Yay, Emily. What? Okay, I'm not the other guy. I don't push these buttons.
I
Yeah, and the audio was shooting. She had one.
You know the biggest problem with these studios? There's too many goddamn buttons. I only say that because it's Sunday. Okay, it's a simple thing. We're just getting playback. We want playback on the computer. So why is it? I'm seeing signal coming up over here.
And then hand down the studio.
Oh, I thought these were moving.
Yeah, it's confusing. It has to be lit to be.
Oh, okay. See, I was thinking just the opposite. Wow.
And you know what? It's time for the show. Thanks for watching.